Alright, guys. See if it works.
What is up, you guys? My name is Darth Bellum. This is Darth Infernus. Let's get to work. Today, my friends, we are talking about backstories. More and more backstories like none of you have ever heard of. Now, Sam, I'm going to let you take it away, my friend. Let's go. What is your character's backstory?
Alright, so, as you know, first off, let's go with the names. Darth Bellum, Darth Infernus. So, let's start with Darth Infernus. Okay. So, on Iridonia, which is the home planet of my species, the Zabrak, the same species that Darth Maul is.
Yes, and also Sabasha Press and a couple of other Jedi in the Jedi Order as well. But, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry.
It's fine. Anyways, that was the home planet of my species, and I was there, and it is very rare for a person, or rather a Zabrak on that planet to be of the wealthy class, but my parents,
Very rare, but yeah.
very, very rare. My parents were very, very, very wealthy senators, so I was kind of out of the ordinary on Iridonia, and this is something I never told you, but most of the people on Iridonia, most of the other kids around my age hated my character. So that was always
So
like...
you were bullied as a child.
Yeah. Mostly out of, like, jealousy.
Oh, okay, so you're like, well, fuck you, rich kids! Kind of.
No, it's the opposite. Fuck you. No, they say to me, fuck you, you rich kid. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
You're so privileged.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, fuck you, rich kids, you privileged white person.
Yeah.
Even though, technically... I don't know, do they even have multiple races? Like, are there biracial, multiracial...
I mean, there are two different races of Zabrak.
I thought there were three... No, oh yeah, that's right, two different variations of them. Darth Maul...
The tan one.
Oh, yeah.
The mostly tan, and then the black and yellow, black, red, black, orange, whatever.
Okay.
So... But that's beside the story. So, let me get in frame here. I'm really out of frame here. There we go, it's better. So, there you go. What happened was a bounty hunter was hired to kill my parents. And this bounty hunter was of the Fett clan. Jango Fett, Boba Fett. But much, much later on. Our story takes place millennia after episode 7, 8, 9. So that's the true backstory of how long after the actual saga our stories take place. But a bounty hunter of the Fett clan is hired to kill my parents.
I'm sorry.
And I've always been very strong in the Force, even if I never really realized it. My emotions were very strong and such. Very in touch with my emotions.
Sorry.
It's fine. But what happened was the bounty hunter did manage to get into our... I really don't know. I never really went over this very much. I think it's an apartment. What would it be? A mansion? An apartment?
I mean, what planet are we on? Because I've heard two iterations, like both on Iridonia and also on Coruscant.
That's good. So we need to wrap this up right here and now.
And that's why Sam, I wrote this down on Google Docs because I actually can finally this episode is all concrete. So I don't know whether, and that's why I refused to put in my own notes.
It's in my lore. It's in my canon that it will be on Coruscant. So that's.
So let me get this straight.
Let's rephrase this. Let me rephrase this. So our home is on Iridonia, but say that my parents brought me with them to go to some Senate meeting on Coruscant.
And now, how old are you at that time? 5, 6, 7?
7. Around 7?
7. And let me double check to see. Okay, cool. So let me write that down. So
I'm gonna continue.
Continue.
Around 7 years old, we went to Coruscant because my parents had a meeting, and inside of the apartment on Coruscant, now that we have that down.
Is it an apartment or penthouse?
Should we make it a penthouse?
Yes, because your parents are fucking ballers.
In the penthouse on Coruscant, alright. In a penthouse on Coruscant, the bounty hunter makes it into where we're staying, I guess. But you get how it goes. It's bring them back alive or killed him, and that's the latter option is what happened. Both my parents were killed by this bounty hunter, and it's kind of the same story of Batman. You know how his parents died.
I'm Batman.
Batman.
Pretty
and,
much.
you know, he was kind of like dark, brooding, very like not very touched with his emotions, just like
very cut off from the world.
Yeah,
and just minus the gravelly voice and much more badass. I'll talk about his
It's the
character.
same. It's kind of the same story with me, only dark side powers flowing off. It's so imagine this is how I imagine my character. I'm sitting on the floor. I'm a 70-year-old Zabrak.
7 or 70?
7.
Okay. Sorry, I just misheard you.
I'm a 70-year-old Zabrak. No, 7-year.
Back in my day.
Back in my day.
The Force was only on Instagram. We didn't have hollow projectors. We had to send it by throwing rocks at each other. That's how low-tech Iridonia was.
Infernus! Here's the rock! But
thanks, Master!
Yeah. But, so, the way I imagine my character is, it's a 70-year-old Zabrak. You know, my original colored eyes were like a very dark orange, and you can see the orange eyes like flashing in between yellow and red, or just reddish orange color. You know, dark side. Eucasidius is yellow. His eyes are pure like yellow.
Pure red. So is Darth Vader's, and also
yellow.
And also the Sith, the race of the Sith, also.
Yeah.
Have pure red. Yellow.
The Sith race themselves, but. So, I'm on the floor, eyes are changing color to Sith-like, and the Force is sending, there's ripples in the Force being sent off that are, like, extremely powerful, but very untempered. Like, how should I phrase this? It's not like a Force actual wave that a Jedi or Sith can project. It's in, like,
it's almost
powerful, not powerful. Powerful, not power. It's waves of.
Oh, so are you referring to like how the wave? It's very sporadic.
The one that you sent to me using.
Yeah, that's sporadic. Oh, I think
sporadic. Yes,
very sporadic and unpolished in my opinion.
Yeah,
like that's how I would personally describe it. Almost animalistic in a sense.
Yeah.
Like that's how I personally would have described it. But yeah, I like your definition as well.
Mm-hmm. So that's what it looks like. It's hard to explain without seeing it. But anyways, long story short, he's on the other side of the galaxy, and in his
starship, like
this is your part of the story. This is where we switch over to your part of the story. So you explain this part, and then we're gonna pop back into mine. So you explain what you were doing at this point.
Now, at this point in time, I haven't wrote this down in my Google Docs, but I will eventually. But at this point in time, actually, I do know. Hold on, let me double check the talk, please.
All right, so. Long story short, he's on his Imperial cruiser on the other side of the galaxy. He senses the faintest of force flowing from the other side of the galaxy, and you know, he's very philosopher, very much in tune with the force.
Like,
so he's sensing this thing. He said, and he's thinking like, there's something off. There's something that I must.
Yeah, exactly.
It's your story. I'm trying to put this. I'm trying
to read. I don't know. Here it is. Ah, yes. So basically, after my character literally is, it says this: after Skynreth left the Order, he went back to Naboo to continue his studies of Sith alchemy in hiding.
Skynreth is your character.
Skynreth Yalawari, and his is Zareen something.
Mine is Zareen, and his is Skynreth. Those are our actual names before we come. So Skynreth, Zareen, names before Infernus, Bellum.
Now, apparently, according to this, I'm actually in Naboo. I'm on Naboo, actually, specifically Theed. I'm in Theed at this moment, unofficially studying alchemy. And then he'll say, oh, no, I'm sorry, I take that back. He was in the Outer Rim and was flying back to Naboo when he felt a small ripple in the force.
On his cruiser, which kind of syncs up with what my story was.
Exactly. And then it says, and Skyn threw, so short my name is Skyn sometimes. Skyn flew all the way from Iridonia and found a 16-year-old. Are you 16 or 7? Because this is where it gets convoluted. Because this is where I thought you were on Iridonia, not on Coruscant.
Let's make it 7 so that way it can't conflict with anything else.
So you're on 7, and I need to change this, and then I'm all the way in the Outer Rim, and you're in Coruscant.
Yeah, and so that it'll show how much time you've had to train me over the years.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yep. So 7-year-old boy crying in a hut. Nope. Did you already kill the bounty hunter too? Okay, so you...
Wait.
Because according to the original draft I have in here, it's literally...
The original draft, for this part, it has to be true. What does it say?
It says this, and I don't think... That ripple came from a young Zabrak named Zareen.
Yes.
Stein flew all the way to Iridonia and found a 7-year-old Zabrak crying in a hut with the body of a dead bounty hunter.
And that's the lore.
So you are in... So you're not in Coruscant. So we need to take your official canon of...
Okay, so here's the thing. We can have me killing the bounty hunter. I'm sorry, guys. This is something that I need
This is just us sculpting. So, like, this is what we've been wanting to post for you guys, eventually. So
we can either have my character have killed the bounty hunter when you arrive there, or No. I don't kill her. Remember, that's one of the reasons why I still want to become a Sith. Is because I say I want to get revenge on...
That's
so that's not part of the story.
So you're just with your dead parents. Okay.
I'm with my dead parents, but the bounty hunter escaped before he arrived there. And that's what makes me want to become a Sith. Okay, we'll get to that part in a minute here, but yeah, long story short, he's still alive and he escapes. Okay, it's a good thing I remember that.
Yep, okay, his parents.
God, my hair's a mess. That's what I get for sweating like shit battling today.
Okay, so are you on Coruscant or Iridonia?
At this point in time, I'm on Coruscant. Remember, we flew from Iridonia. This is at the meeting, or this is in the penthouse. The bounty hunter came in, shot my parents dead, and I'm there. And you walk through the doors, and you just see the 7-year-old Zabrak crying and like.
Stein flew all the way to Coruscant. How do you spell Coruscant?
Coroscuant.
Cor.
Corus.
Corus.
Caunt. I'm pretty sure.
Caunt. Coruscant. Yep. Coruscant. What does that do? Is that
maybe there's no... Yeah, that's it. There's no U at the end.
Good. Okay. And found... So, Skyn flew all the way to Coruscant and found in a penthouse. And not in a hut. In a penthouse.
In a hut. I live with a hut.
No, Zero.
Oh, it's much too dark outside. It's much too dark? It's much too bright outside.
Get me to the Outer Rim. He is the gayest character.
By far.
Like, you never think a hut would be gay.
Oh, it's too bright. Turn off the lights.
Say, get me to the Outer Rim. No, I don't want to be in Coruscant. Get me to the Outer Rim. Ugh.
Like, I love Zero. He is, like...
Senator.
I love that hut.
I'm sorry.
So let's wrap this up.
Oh, we need to have him back. They need to bring Zero back. Anywho.
You know he was killed in Clone Wars, right?
Yeah, I know. It's bullshit. I liked Zero. He was funny. Anyway, so that's basically where... Okay, so basically back to that. So that's when I found him. And basically we have a very short but little dialogue. We have very little dialogue. And essentially what it boils down to is this. It boils down to, I don't even ask him what questions. I just literally stare at him, motion, and he follows me, essentially, right?
No, that's not the story that I had. The story that I had is you walk in there.
Okay.
And... Well, part of what you said was right. I think that what the story happened there is you walk in there and you ask, like, what's wrong? And I tell you the full story of how my parents were killed and all. And you're still feeling the fluctuations of the Force coming from the dark side, these energies. And then you say, how, like, I don't know if this is, god damn, I don't remember. I think... What you said was...
It's either this...
Like, how would you like it if I trained you to the dark side of the Force?
No, and then you said... And
it can help you get revenge on this bounty hunter.
Yeah, I remember exactly, because we have our audio recording of that. And then I think, if I remember correctly, it says that I asked you, I said, come with me. And you said, why? And I said, and I quote, I think, it's either this or I give you a chance to have your revenge or something like that.
Chance for revenge.
Yeah, and then you said, fuck it. Like, fuck it! Let's become a Sith.
That's why the reasoning of how the bounty hunter is still alive is such a big part of this, is because if the bounty hunter wasn't alive, I would have no reason to go with him.
Yep.
So he says I can get revenge for the person who killed my parents, and that's just like that's what snapped in my brain. Like, okay, I'll become a Sith. So that's how that started. So you know, it kind of goes from there.
Yeah.
So.
Like, okay, I'm going to ask you some other questions. Like, your childhood was, technically speaking, your childhood was literally from the age 0 to 7. So, that being said, like, what was your childhood like all those years? I mean, from like 5, to, like, from the shortest part of your memory, which was 5 to 7, essentially.
It was living with senators, so it was kind of heaven. Okay. You know, I live with some of the richest people in the galaxy. Mm-hmm. We go to Coruscant for meetings to be with some of the richest people in the galaxy. You know, it's kind of like, it's crazy, you know?
Yeah, okay. Now, I'm going to ask you some more questions. Like, for instance, what are your true goals? Like, what are your true goals?
Are you talking in the beginning or at the end?
Entirely. Like, when you...
Goals in the beginning.
Like, both I want the beginning, middle, and end, essentially.
The beginning, I had no goals, because I was still set, like... 1 to 6 and 6.5, I had no goals. I was still too young, and my parents did everything for me. Past then, it was to get revenge. My only goal in life was to get revenge for my parents and kill the bounty hunter. And it kind of switched over time to wanting to become the strongest Sith in the galaxy.
Yeah. With force abilities or lightsaber combat.
Lightsaber combat. Okay. Lightsaber combat wise. And after that, it kind of switched to wanting to know more about the Force, which kind of switched over to wanting to learn about more Force abilities. So, and towards the I'm speeding along through this because these are some of the only goals I had, because my life had only, like, become strongest Sith, strongest in the galaxy, and these are, like, some really, really big goals, like, rule the galaxy, but, you know, they're goals that a Sith would have.
Pretty much.
So... What Sith doesn't want to rule the galaxy?
Now, what's your mindset?
About?
Just your mindset. Like, for instance, mine is like your psychological standing. Like, for instance, my characters are very calm. Very
broken.
Calm. Okay, so you're very broken.
I'm a very broken. Now, when I say that, it means I can go off like that. Like, I will go off and start murdering, brawling.
Quick question: like, to the point of schizophrenia, or do you have full-blown schizophrenia?
I don't have schizophrenia. That's not what I have. It's not like I have voices in my head. Okay. It's just I go off.
So bipolarism? Like, I'm just
kind of bipolarism.
Okay, so I'm doing that just so I understand, so the viewers understand in that sense, like on a psychological level.
Now, when I say that, it's like I only do that for if there's people above me, like my master, then I'm never going to show that type of aggressiveness. Like, I will show aggressiveness towards him, but I'll never show aggressiveness to the point where, it's like I want to murder him. That's something that's very important.
Don't lie to me. I feel like you're
No.
me at least once in my sleep. Darth Plagueis the Y style.
The only times I'll ever want to murder you is if you're being like, no, you need to practice. You need to do this. There are steps to take before you get to this point, and I'm like, no, fuck you. That's how my Sith is feeling like. I want to become the strongest, and I want to get there the quickest way possible.
Okay.
But I will never want to brutally attack someone who's above me, or that I show care for, which is that's almost no one. I think that's only you at this point.
And for your parents, of course.
Who are dead.
Well, yes, but my point.
If they were still alive, then I would show care for them.
I feel like if you want to add a third dimension to your character, you can, and even show you visiting your family's grave or something like that. Like really, have really,
legends,
legends essentially, really flesh out your character in that way if you so choose.
Sure,
because I think that would not only make you a lot more endearing to the viewers, in my opinion. I don't know,
but
I'm just spitballing.
Yeah, So my character will show absolutely no restraint ever if I'm on the streets. And if someone is even walks in front of me
and looks
on a starship,
the wrong way.
or if they look at me for like a second too long, I'm like, you're dead. I will either force choke them to death in an instant, take my lightsaber and start murdering them and brawling them even after they're dead. I'll just keep on cutting them. Or, no, it's my character.
I believe it.
This is what my character would do.
So you're General Grievous, but on steroids, essentially.
General Grievous, without 4 arms but 2, and using the Force. So much deadlier.
So much deadlier and a lot more vicious.
And I was trained by an actual, like, Sith lord. I'm not saying that Count Dooku wasn't a Sith lord.
Dude, Count Dooku was one of the best, actually one of the top 10, I think.
It's like being trained directly from Darth Sidious.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's not like having Jared being trained by me. It's like having you train Jared.
So it's directly from the head of the entire establishment. Okay.
The kind of
so you know all my secrets and everything. So you know all the inner workings.
I don't know. I do not know all your secrets, but I know the way that you fight, and I know the way you fight to such a degree that I'm pretty much just as good with you in lightsaber combat-wise.
Yeah, exactly.
Force-wise, you will completely destroy me.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to ask you some other questions. No, I can't say who's your master because, never mind. Who's your master? Me. Now,
he started off as a Jedi, but we'll get to that eventually.
I'll definitely get... Ooh. So basically, like, what's the TLDR about you? Too long didn't read. Like, what's the TLDR about your character? Like, put your character into a nutshell. Like, I'm doing all this because that's what I did for me, and then we can go...
Brutalistic, a monster, wants to become the ruler of the galaxy, evil plotting mastermind, kind of. I feel as though I am an army in one, and I don't need... I want an apprentice, but at the same time, I feel as though I myself is all the power that I need.
That's fair.
So, there's not much to say about my character other than those few things. I think that to sum up my character in one word, chaos. It's just chaos.
Okay, that's a really interesting idea.
It's not false.
No, it's not. I'm just saying an interesting idea, like just sum up your character in one word.
And I do need to say this. When I'm on a starship that belongs to my master, I'm tame. I am very calm. Outside of there, chaos.
I mean, sometimes I feel like, I can sense you, like, getting riled up through the Force, and at some points I'll be like, at first I'll just take you off your quote-unquote leash. It's like...
Infernus, go on that starship and go on that planet, go kill some civilizations. Just get off my ship.
Just get the fuck away from me. Just go kill people. Go kill
someone. Get off my ship. I don't want you destroying this multi-trillion-dollar ship.
Like, dude, you literally killed my entire army that works on my damn ship. I cannot have any more liabilities. I have to pay the goddamn family.
Alright.
And I'm not shipping their bodies back because that ship belongs to me.
Next question?
Childhood. I think we kind of
went over that.
Yeah, your rise, essentially,
Okay, my rise to Sith?
Like, just rise in general, like your rise to, where you are today.
Alright, so, right off the bat, I want to say, for my character, it was one of the hardest things imaginable. Knowing that I had to train with someone, or had to be trained by someone, and I couldn't do things on my own.
Okay.
It's in my character's nature immediately after my parents are killed to be like, I want to do something, I want to do it now, and no one is telling me that I can't do this. And, having a master, it's kind of like...
And I have the balls to say, nope, sorry.
And I'm just like, fuck. Fuck. This is not going well. So, immediately, just that all by itself is just like... hard, really, really mentally stressing my psyche. So, the process itself was very tolling on my character, but, the process still went very, very well. We have secret training facilities, one on Endor? Is that where?
We have one base on Endor, and that's basically where it is so far.
That's where.
And then one in Naboo.
And we have a star in our one of our star cruisers. This is something made up on my own. One of our main star cruisers has an inbuilt training facility on it.
Yeah.
That is made of a material that is lightsaber resistant. So if I go off,
They won't send the entire ship.
it won't send the entire fucking ship to the crashing.
Sir, like sir, yes, sir, General. What is it? Our ship is going down. It's like fuck.
Meanwhile, on the bridge, do you hear that? Oh yeah, it's Infernus. He's training. Remind me not to go down there.
And then I just like, Commander your alarm. Please go down to the lower level and assist upon my dear apprentice. It's like, do I have to? And also make sure you wear the fire resistant, the lightsaber resistant suit. Like that should be a running joke.
Meanwhile, a guy walks down there with like a bulky Minecraft armor type.
It's like you,
Master. Yeah. Well, what's wrong?
And then he's like comes back to me and says, "I hate you. You don't pay me enough. I pay you perfectly."
So.
Now, so
It's true. That's actually in lore.
It's
That there is a lightsaber resistant room purely because I practice on that starship.
Psychopath.
As funny as it sounds, I wanted it to be this way because I know how in quotation insane my character is. So that is the main place where we train. It's a lightsaber resistant, force resistant kind of training chamber.
Like we can go all out. Like I'm talking about, I can bring lightsabers, like lightning storms, lightsaber storms, blaster storms, whatever kind of storm I ever so fucking choose.
And are we going to talk about how I got my mask eventually?
Yes, let's talk about that now, and then we'll switch over to me. Like if that's what you do, if that's
well, yes, because that's going to go back to the starship. Because eventually I'm going to have a chamber, and they're just like Vader's room where I can put my mask on.
Yeah, his insulation, his incubation chamber.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
So, long story short, here, you know what? Talk about your character. I'm going to go grab my mask.
Okay, cool. So, let's just start from the beginning. Basically, my character essentially is the, hold on, I'm just reading this. Okay, so basically, the TLDR of my character essentially is Bellum is short for bellicose. So Darth Bellicose' true name is Skynreth Yalawari. He's the new emperor of the Sith Empire, and his right-hand man and enforcer is Zareen, or Darth Infernus, no last name given. Bellum is the most powerful Sith yet to exist, along with his apprentice Darth Infernus. Darth Bellum is from Theed Naboo and was born into nobility. He was then drafted into the Jedi Order until the ripe old age of 5, and was trained by Grandmaster Azkov Boste, or at least as of now. That's just a stand-in name, but so... then Bellum then killed his master and then fell to the dark side of the film, and basically started the new Sith Order, or actually Sith Empire. So that's the basics, that's the really basics of my character, and so that, like I said, he's just really, I'll get into more detail after he talks about his mask.
Yeah.
So I basically give them the TLDR. Basically, it's like what's my true name is, what was your true name, where I was born, who I was born to, when I got to
the very basics,
and who was my master, and then I killed him, fell to the dark side, and created the new Sith Empire. That's literally it. So what else do you want me to talk about?
What do you mean?
Like about my character, because I mean,
you got everything down? Is that literally everything you have?
That's the TLDR, and I have all of this nonsense. I have all of that.
We can make this vlog about my character,
Sure.
and we can make the next one about yours.
Okay, cool.
Makes sense?
and plus we'll connect and our
And
characters do
then
connect at some
we'll
point.
make another vlog towards the very end,
Sure, go for it.
and connecting the two characters' backstories.
Okay.
Maybe.
So
Anyway.
continue.
This thing right here. So this mask, I need it because I can't breathe without it, much like Darth Vader. Okay, so how the story goes is, at a certain point, I do capture the bounty hunter, and I kill him. And that was one of my main sources of rage. And it's the dark side. We use our anger, we use our rage as our energy source.
Well,
And we feed, or mainly I do.
He does, not so much me.
Mainly I do. Many Sith do this. We use our anger and our rage to feed our power. And, that was the main source of my power. And after I have killed the bounty hunter, where is that source of power? So, and this part of the story shows just how insane my character actually is. Yeah. I take Force Lightning to my face.
Because why the fuck not?
And I completely ruin the right side of my... I know this looks like... It's camera. It looks like left side. The right side of my face is completely annihilated. I don't even have a right eye.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You
I'm
didn't
assuming... No, you didn't tell me. So I'm assuming, like, when I can hear, like, I'm assuming you're wet. Now, do you cry out in pain?
I see through the Force.
Well, that's true, but do
Through
you...
the right eye. And I see regularly through the left eye, and I see through the Force in the right eye.
Okay.
Isn't that cool?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Which means I need to get, like, a cybernetic at some point. Or, like, a, no. You know what I need? I need to get a one contact lens for, like, a white eye. Wouldn't it be cool?
Oh, just a blackout eye? Yeah, totally.
No, just, like, a white pupil.
So completely white contact. Yeah.
Or white or light gray.
Okay.
Dude, that would look so fucking awesome.
I will let you know, once when you do that, they're actually blackout contacts, so like you can't see anything through that contact, so you are short of one eye. If you get that type of lens.
No.
I mean, you can buy two versions. The blackout one and the non-blackout one.
Besides the point, we'll worry about the details later.
Sorry.
My character is absolutely fucking insane.
Yeah.
I use the Force on my face, and my entire right side of my face is completely annihilated, and I lose an eye.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Will we ever see that? Like, will we ever see you with no eye? Because I don't have that makeup capability.
I know you don't.
So, is that just a lore thing, or is
It's
that...
just a lore thing.
Okay, so this won't be shown on camera.
No, every single time I'm on camera, it'll have my face mask on.
Okay.
Or it will be too far away from the camera, or I'll have my mask off, and we'll be fighting.
Okay.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the hood on.
Okay. And then I might have to, and then we could like paint that.
We'll see how it goes from there later. So, that pain that I feel will never end. That is the point of main purpose of why I did it. Is that will be an extreme way to have pain. I'm not.
I know.
I'm
not
trying.
Laughing. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the insanity of it because
it's my character.
It's
my character.
I know, and it's just batshit insane, and I fucking love it.
So, I will feed off that pain for the rest of my character's life.
Psycho right here. Psycho. I love it. I'm not laughing at you. I promise.
I will have. This is the best part. I never told you this.
Oh.
You ready for this? I won't feed upon that pain, and I'll let that pain grow over time. And then when we go into combat, I will feed on all of it when I go into combat.
So you put it in a reservoir, basically.
Kind of.
Okay, so you reservoir your power. No, you hoard your power, essentially.
I hoard my power when I go into combat, or when I just go off into breaks, when I'm like, just like force choke death.
So it's kind of like Mace Windu, essentially. Like he feeds off the dark side.
But much worse. Okay. But much, much worse. Like to an extreme type worse. Like, I will be in pain forever, and the pain will grow and grow and grow. And I will try, and I will harden my emotions to the point where I will ignore it until we go into combat, and then I will feed on all of it.
You motherfucker! Basically.
It's a good part for my. It's a good story for my character. It shows how batshit insane I am.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my main source of power. And I was thinking at some point I'd have my left hand cut off.
Oh jeez, I can't do that. We can't.
No, we can't. I can have a glove on.
Good fucking point. Yes, that's a good point. And then we'll just put on gloves and then okay, cool. Good point.
One hand will be good for force, so I can switch over. This will wait.
Which is your fighting hand?
Right-handed.
Then that's going to be your actual hand. Your force hand will be this
the left one.
And it's like for me, my force hand, if I ever got my hand chopped off, would be this hand.
So at some point, and we can't put that on camera, in a way. I can see you, but behind you go like this, or someone, and they'll go, ah! And they'll like fall to my knees.
We can get like a fake Halloween hand, and like, it's going to look terrible, but we can do it.
We can. And then you'll be looking away, and you'll just splatter some red stuff on the ground.
Okay. I mean,
we'll see how we can do. Well, this works.
Or we just actually hire an editor to do that for us.
Yeah.
That was nice.
But I think... Do you have any other questions? Or is that...
Like I said, other than you being the most emo character in the entire Star Wars franchise.
Pretty much.
I mean no offense by that.
No, that's Ventress.
That's basically what it is. Now, I mean, she doesn't cut herself. My bitch, you literally... like, you demolish your entire goddamn face and feed off of that. That's pretty fucking emo.
But cool.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome.
It's awesome.
But fucking emo.
Yeah, okay.
So, basically, you were the biggest emo. Now, after you achieve your goal of murdering this motherfucker who killed your parents, then what? Like, are you ever at peace at some point?
It definitely is a mental toll that is relieved from my character. But at this point in time, I am full dark side.
Okay.
It's gotten to the point where it's like...
You're corrupted to the point of no return.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
And maybe one day there will be a redemption for me.
Oh, that would be amazing. Oh, and then you can come back as Force Ghost.
I will never come back as Force Ghost. There'll be a redemption, but it can't get to that point.
Okay. Then I won't see you on the right side.
I will become a dark side manifestation.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright. But I think that about wraps my story up, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, well, next week, I'm pretty sure next week, will you be here?
Yep.
We can do his part of the story, his full thing. He showed me a list. He has a fucking long-ass list about his character.
I have 3.5 pages of my of Google Doc. So
but
I will share that with you guys next week.
We are going to wrap this stream up here. Thank you guys, for those of you who are watching. Thank you for watching. And if you like what you're watching, please like and subscribe to my channel. And make sure to hit that bell for notifications. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.